Hello and welcome to NDTV. I'm Ankit Tyagi. The Indian Army has released a statement after Rahul Gandhi's claim that the Defence Minister lied in the Parliament about the compensation to a martyred Agniveer, in fact, soldier. Army clarified on the emoluments to Agniveer and said that certain reports are misleading. Army also said family has already been paid 98.3 lakh rupees. Another sum of ex-gratia sum of 67 lakh rupees will be paid soon. Remember, Rahul Gandhi had released a video in which he claimed the family said they have not received any compensation.
नमस्कार, संसद में अपने भाषण में मैंने कहा सत्य की रक्षा हर धर्म का फाउंडेशन है। जवाब में राजनाथ सिंह जी ने शिव जी की फोटो के सामने पूरे हिंदुस्तान को, देश की सेना को और अग्निवीरों को कॉम्पनसेशन के बारे में झूठ बोला। मैंने अपने भाषण में कहा था, मेरी बात मत सुनिए, उनकी बात भी मत सुनिए, अग्निवीर के परिवारों की बात सुनिए।
कोई सहूलत नहीं मिली ना सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, पंजाब सरकार ने दी हमें, चलो जो भी है मनता हक, तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने कुछ नहीं दिया हमें। बोलते आएंगे पैसे, इलेक्शन आ रहा है, वो आ रहा है, ना जाने कब आए।
An official statement which has come in from the Indian Army, they've tweeted it out on their official handle. 1.67 crore rupees is the entire amount which this family will receive. Of that, approximately 98 lakhs has already been received. As I understand it, the large amount of 98 lakhs, in fact, it's probably the entire 98 lakh rupee amount was paid out between the 25th and the 28th of June this year. So Rahul Gandhi has posted a video, I believe, of the father of this deceased soldier who was killed in action, where he says that these funds have not been received. I'm not sure when this video was actually shot or when this, and whether it was recent or it was slightly old, but the army has now officially clarified that they salute this soldier who was killed in action and that 98 lakhs has been paid out. I have learned that this 98 lakh rupee amount has been paid out at the end of June, and another 67 lakh rupees will be paid out in due course. Okay. So the family would receive crore rupees quite soon.
Now, taking you to Hathras, where in fact the tragedy has claimed more than 121 people. In fact, the stampede has now grown into a full-blown political war of words as well. Today, Yogi Adityanath, the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, visited the site. An SIT has also been ordered in this probe. The self-styled godman, Bole Baba, who was leading the congregation, has not been named in the FIR. In fact, he has blamed others for the conspiracy. Now, Governor has also constituted a 3-member Judicial Inquiry Commission to, in fact, investigate this matter.
Screams for life, silenced by death. Anklets stained with blood, tattered dupattas, kids' shoes lying around. All that is left at Hathras' Satsang Sthal, which turned into a morgue last night. One of the worst such tragedies in decades, the stampede at Bole Baba's religious congregation killed at least 121 devotees, mostly women. In a matter of minutes, this overwhelming crowd went out of control, crushing hundreds to death. A situation the organizers and the authorities were unprepared for. But what really happened? The state government's FIR says the incident happened the moment Bole Baba departed from the venue. This is the exit route that the Baba took after the event. Huge crowds surged towards him to collect the dust of his tire trail, a ritual that has been seen at earlier congregations of this particular Baba as well. In fact, as the crowd surged towards the Baba's car, they trampled various devotees who were bowing down here on the roads. In fact, some of them were in fact also thrown to that dish that you can see there across the road. Horrified residents of the village blamed the local administration and Baba's Sevadars, the organizers of the event, for the deadly chaos.
गाड़ी जब काफिला निकला तो धूल लेने के लिए झुके, इधर भीड़ का भी रेला तो एक दूसरे में धक्का मुक्की में इधर नीची जगह थी इधर
This dish that we've been reporting about, यहाँ पर this is where they fell.
गीला भी था तो उसमें गिरते चले गए तरह ऊपर वो लोग एक दूसरे के उससे, और इनके जो सेवादार थे उन्होंने भी डंडे लगा के उन्हें रोकने की कोशिश की, कुछ लोग उसकी वजह से ज्यादा गिरे.
From crowds much beyond the permissible limit, thin police deployment, no contingency plan to a single entry and exit point for a gathering of 2.5 lakh people, the initial probe reveals glaring lapses by the authorities. This is a ditch from where most of the bodies were recovered. The space is completely unfit to accommodate even the 80,000 people for whom permission was granted. It was turned into a complete swamp after mild rains yesterday. While the organizers blame the government says the organizers were uncooperative. But even an officer on duty, severely injured in the incident, recalls her helplessness.
भीड़ जो प्रोग्राम समाप्त होने के बाद एक साथ भीड़ निकली, भीड़ में मैं भी थी, महिलाएं गिरने लगी, मैं उठाने लगी महिलाओं को, और उठाते उठाते मैं भी गिर गई, मेरे ऊपर भी काफ़ी महिलाएं गिरी.
आपको कौन लेकर आया अस्पताल?
मेरा बेटा लेके आया.
With hundreds of his devotees dead and many others fighting for survival, this self-styled godman hides unashamedly inside his palatial ashram in neighboring Mainpuri.
बाबा भोले वो यहीं पर आए. सीओ साहब हमारे साथ में हैं. सर यहाँ पर हैं अभी बाबा की नहीं अपने आश्रम में?
जब कल ही बता चुका कि हम जब यहाँ आए थे तो बाबा तो है नहीं यहाँ पर.
अच्छा बाबा नहीं है, लेकिन उनके जो यहाँ पर सिक्योरिटी गार्ड हैं वो तो कल कह रहे थे कि 3 बजे के बाद में बाबा यहाँ पर आए थे.
आपसे कहोगे, मुझे तो नहीं कहे
सर. हमारे पास बाइट है उनकी.
वो आपसे कहोगे, हमसे तो नहीं कहे ना.
While the hunt for the notorious Baba is still on, the yogi who met the victims in Hathras has promised to uncover what he calls a conspiracy.
इस प्रकार के आयोजन में जो सेवादार प्रशासन को अंदर घुसने नहीं देते, इस पूरी घटनाक्रम के लिए हम लोगों ने एडीजी आगरा की अध्यक्षता में एक SIT गठित की है. इस प्रकार की घटना केवल एक हादसा नहीं होता है. अगर हादसा भी है तो उसके पीछे कौन जिम्मेदार है, यह हर व्यक्ति जानता है कि सज्जन के फोटो किसके साथ में है.
मैं कहता हूं किस बाबा की गिरफ्तारी कराएं, बताओ तुम. 2 बाबा हैं वहां.
The government's assurances make no difference to the bereaved families, most of whom will never even get a chance to bid their loved ones a final goodbye. While questions on administrative lapses persist, this incident also captures a conundrum of a country deeply rooted in faith. The power that these men masquerading as messiahs exercise on people. Well, they continue to play with the lives of people and get away with it. In cases like this, can we ever fix accountability, especially in a country where faith and superstition are often one and the same thing? In Hathras with camera person Pavan Kumar, Vedant for NDTV.
My colleague Tanushka also caught up with the Deputy Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh who was talking about the situation on the ground.
आपने अभी क्या इंस्पेक्ट किया अंदर and what is the course of action ahead?
अभी उच्च स्तरीय जांच के साथ साथ न्यायिक जांच बैठा दी गई है और उसकी रिपोर्ट शीघ्र से शीघ्र आएगी. कोई भी दोषी इसमें छोड़ा नहीं जाएगा. कड़ी कार्रवाई सरकार करने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध है. कुल 118 मृत व्यक्तियों का पोस्टमार्टम किया गया है. 5 व्यक्तियों जो मृत हैं उनकी शिनाख्त अभी नहीं हो पाई, वो की जा रही है और सभी मृत व्यक्तियों को पोस्टमार्टम के बाद उनके घरों को रवाना कर दिया गया है. कुल 20 घायल हमारे पास अभी विभिन्न अस्पतालों में हैं जिनका बेहतर से बेहतर इलाज किया जा रहा है.
जांच में भी क्या जारी है सर?
अभी जांच रिपोर्ट जैसे ही आएगी हम आपके समक्ष पुनः आएंगे.
और FIR में ये जो बाबा है उनका नाम क्यों नहीं मेंशन
अभी आप इंतजार करें. जांच रिपोर्ट जैसे आएगी, कितनी भी पहुंच वाला व्यक्ति होगा कोई बचेगा नहीं. कड़ी से कड़ी सजा सभी दोषियों को मिलेगी.
और मुआवजे की बात जहाँ तक है,
मुआवजा केंद्र सरकार ने और प्रदेश सरकार ने घोषित कर दिया है. पूरी सरकार पीड़ितों के साथ खड़ी है। जो भी आवश्यकता होगी उसे हम पूरा करेंगे।
क्या ये अथॉरिटीज के एंड से एक लैप्स था या फिर जो ऑर्गेनाइजर्स थे बाबा की तरफ से उनके तरफ से एक लैप्स था?
अभी जैसे ही जांच रिपोर्ट आ जाएगी तभी कुछ कहने की स्थिति में हम होंगे।
ना जांच रिपोर्ट कब तक आएगी सर?
शीघ्र कर देने के लिए कहा गया है। आप इंतजार करें, हो सकता है कि हम जल्दी आपके समक्ष पुनः आए।
Shifting focus to the Parliament, where the first session of the 18th Lok Sabha concluded, in fact, with the Prime Minister's address in the Rajya Sabha over the President's, speech. But mid-speech, the opposition walked out, alleging they were not allowed to clarify on a point raised by the Prime Minister over Constitution.
यहाँ कुछ ऐसे विद्वान है ऑटो पायलट मोड में सरकार चलाने का, उनको आदी है। इस कॉन्टेक्स्ट इज नॉट अप्रोप्रिएट। उन्होंने उठाए हुए सवालों के जवाब भी सुनने की हिम्मत नहीं।
सदन छोड़कर नहीं गए, मर्यादा छोड़कर गए।
Fireworks in the Rajya Sabha as the entire opposition, including Naveen Patnaik's Biju Janata Dal, walked out in the middle of the Prime Minister's address. The provocation, Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar refused to grant permission to Leader of Opposition Mallikarjun Kharge to intervene during the Prime Minister's address. At the time, PM Modi was attacking the opposition over the Constitution, saying unlike them, his government saw the Constitution as a guiding light.
आदरणीय सभापति जी, मैं बहुत गंभीरता से कह रहा हूं कि देश में कांग्रेस संविधान की सबसे बड़ी विरोधी है। उसके जहन में झूठ फैलाने वालों की सत्य सुनने की ताकत भी नहीं होती। उन्होंने उठाए हुए सवालों के जवाब भी सुनने की हिम्मत नहीं है।
उनकी आदत है झूठ बोलना, लोगों को भ्रमित करना। संविधान तो आप नहीं बनाए, संविधान के आप विरोधी थे। कौन संविधान के फार थे, कौन संविधान के खिलाफ थे?
वो सदन छोड़कर नहीं गए, मर्यादा छोड़कर गए। उन्होंने मुझे पीठ नहीं दिखाई है, भारत के संविधान को पीठ दिखाई है।
कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को इनकी इज्जत रखना, प्रधानमंत्री हो या सदन के प्रमुख हो, इनकी जिम्मेदारी थी। मगर आज ये सब नजरअंदाज किया, पूरा खुद से हम बाहर आए।
In his Rajya Sabha address, the Prime Minister attacked the opposition on a range of issues. The Prime Minister brought up the flogging of a couple in Bengal at the hands of a man close to the local TMC MLA.
तस्वीरें रोंगटे खड़े करने वाली है। और जो अपने आप को बहुत बड़े प्रगतिशील नारी नेता मानते हैं, वो भी मुंह पे ताले लगा करके बैठ गए।
Prime Minister Modi, accused by the opposition of being silent on the Manipur ethnic clashes, blamed the opposition, saying they were taking advantage of a fragile situation.
मणिपुर की स्थिति सामान्य करने के लिए सरकार निरंतर प्रयासरत है। मणिपुर में लगातार हिंसा की घटनाएं कम होती जा रही। जो भी तत्व मणिपुर की आग में घी डालने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, मैं उनसे आगाह करता हूं कि ये हरकतें बंद करें।
प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी, उन्होंने सदन के अंदर सदन को भ्रमित किया है और पूरे देश को आज उन्होंने ये सबूत दिया है कि वे मणिपुर के बारे में कुछ नहीं जानते।
The Prime Minister also took a swipe at Sonia Gandhi, who has often been accused by the BJP of running the Manmohan Singh government from behind the scenes.
ऑटो पायलट मोड पे सरकार चलाने का या तो रिमोट पायलट पर सरकार चलाने का उनको आदी है, इसलिए वो कुछ करना धरने में विश्वास नहीं करते।
The attack and the counter attack between the government and the opposition continues. This clearly is not a good sign for parliamentary democracy, and both will need to sit down and work together in the coming days if parliament has to function properly. Sunil Prabhu, NDTV.
Short break, news and updates continue on the other side. Stay tuned. Now, Suraj Ravanna was sent to judicial custody for 14 days in a case related to sexual crimes. In fact, Suraj Ravanna has been produced before the 42nd ACMM court in connection with an alleged sexual assault as his police custody ended today. He was produced before the People's Representative Court. The court has remanded him for judicial custody until 18th of July. Suraj Ravanna's bail hearing is scheduled for tomorrow. Remember, he is the brother of Prajwal Ravanna, the former MP of JDS. The northeastern states continue to battle the impact of incessant rainfall and floods. Manipur witnessed flash floods for the second time in a month, with other states also reeling under severe conditions.
The dramatic impact of Assam's raging floodwaters. A village bridge being washed away in Nagaon district in central Assam. This came a day after the Kalong River breached the embankment at Hatimura in Koliabor on Tuesday. Though the rains have weakened in the worst hit Upper Assam region, destruction is still widespread. The Buridihing River, after crossing its danger level at Khuang in Dibrugarh district, has risen to all-time high of 104.23 meters, inundating fresh areas in Dibrugarh district. Rescue operations continue, but locals say they still haven't got relief packets.
अभी कोई आ रहा है नाव सर लेके और कोई रिलीफ करती तो अभी तक कुछ नहीं आया नहीं आया.
Apart from Nagaon, in central Assam, Sonitpur, Darong, Mangoldoi has seen fresh floods. The Chief Minister himself is visiting flood-hit areas, apart from holding a cabinet meeting on the situation.
কিন্তু আজি আমি কেবিনেটত নিৰ্ণয় ললো যে ফাৰ্ষ্ট সেকেন্ড থাৰ্ড জিমানটাই ৱেভ নহক কিয় 15 আগষ্টৰ আগতে আমি ৰাইজক যি ধৰণে পাৰো ক্ষতিগ্ৰস্ত ঘৰৰ বাবে পশুধনৰ বাবে যত যেনেকে আমি যি ধৰণে ৰাইজক পাৰো আমি সহায় কৰিম.
We are at the bank of Brahmaputra in Guwahati, and even in Guwahati the Brahmaputra is flowing much higher than the danger level. It is actually now in a rising trend, and the Met Department has predicted rains till the weekend. So therefore, if the rain continues, this situation of rains, landslide, floods, flash floods in northeast might only intensify, might only get more critical.
Over 80% of Kaziranga National Park is flooded. Few animals have drowned, over 50 have been rescued. Rhinos and other animals were seen running for higher grounds. Imphal Valley in neighboring Manipur is also flooded, schools are shut.
पानी ये फ्लड ये महीने में 2 बार आया है और काफ़ी दिक्कत है हमको और सरकार का कोई आदमी भी कोई वो कुछ भी नहीं कर रहा है.
There is a warning for heavy rain for most parts of northeast till the weekend. For Meghalaya, there is a red alert. In Guwahati, Ratndeep Chaudhary for NDTV.
All right. In fact, on the Team India, the World Cup winning Team India is finally heading back home after being stuck in Barbados for more than 2 days due to the hurricane. The T20 World Cup winners have boarded a flight from Barbados and are expected to land on Thursday morning. And remember, their return has been delayed by a few days due to Hurricane Beryl.
After being stranded in Barbados for 3 days due to Hurricane Beryl, the Indian cricket team is on its way back to India. The champions are returning by Air India charter flight. They have taken off around 3 o'clock this afternoon, and it is a 16 hours flight that will get them directly to New Delhi. And when they touch down in New Delhi, they are expected to be welcomed here by a big entourage. But on Thursday, I can tell you that Indian cricket team has a series of engagements, starting from meeting the Prime Minister at the capital around 9 a.m. and thereafter they will head straight to Mumbai, where there will be a parade, a victory parade that has been organized for them by the BCCI. Thereafter, they will be headed straight into the Wankhede Stadium for a felicitation function, during which they will be handed out checks. Remember, the winning Indian cricket team will be given 125 crore rupees for having clinched the T20 Cricket World Cup. After 11 long years, India has managed to win an ICC title under the leadership of Rohit Sharma. This was the last time one saw Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli in the T20 colours. They have retired from T20 internationals now. Ravindra Jadeja also hung up his boots, and for one final time, Rahul Dravid was also with Team India as the coach. All of them, after winning the trophy, were stranded in Barbados for 3 long days. They waited to come back to their families, to their fans. However, the charter that is bringing back the players at the moment also has some of the family members of the players and many journalists from the Indian media who were stranded due to Cyclone Beryl. So a happy homecoming there is expected for Team India that has been on the tour of the US and West Indies due to the World Cup for the last 1 month.
Right, as Team India is coming back home at their aircraft, maybe the most tracked aircraft on popular app Flight Radar 24, but Air India needs to answer some serious question on why they in fact pulled a regular aircraft from service, in fact inconveniencing many passengers in order to fly out India's World Cup winning cricketers from Barbados. Now, this Air India special flight for Team India is under the scanner. India's aviation regulator wants a report on why passengers were inconvenienced by this move of Air India. The aircraft, a Boeing 777, was scheduled to operate a Newark to New Delhi flight, which Air India cancelled. These, in fact, there were about 160 to 170 passengers scheduled to fly on this flight. Airline sources tell NDTV all passengers were accommodated in alternate flights and that Air India operated the flight on request of the BCCI to Barbados after an earlier charter was not available for Indian cricketers who have been stuck in Barbados because of the fierce hurricane. That's all the time that we have in this edition. News and update continue on NDTV. Stay tuned.